Hey everyone, Mike here. Tonight is going to be a bit of a different video. Definitely not the usual kind of content I do usually. But I want to stay open with what's going on with my life and what happens with my content. So that's why I'm making this tonight, because stuff is about to change, for better or worse. Don't worry, it is not me quitting or anything. I'm still going to be making avatars. I'm still going to be taking commissions. Might have been art. I'm still gonna be making a lot of things, still coding things, progressing on things. But there's some change that will happen in the upcoming year and probably the start of next year for one specific reason, and I will be getting into it right now. So first, for context, about mid-June, I unfortunately lost my job. It went a bit south, and I got laid off medical things, but I've not been able to find any kind of other job in my field ever since, and I know a lot of other people are also having trouble, especially due to AI replacing jobs and just junior positions getting absolutely wrecked right now. So unfortunately, I don't have any kind of constant stable inflow of money to sustain my mortgage that I have. And the only kind of revenue I have currently are from you guys, by buying avatars, subscribing on Twitch, buying merch, requesting commissions. That's literally the only kind of inflow I have right now, what I'm making. So, first and foremost, thank you so much for everyone that's supporting in those ways. It really helps during that time where I don't have any kind of stable revenue. But yeah, I do need to find some kind of stable revenue, and I need to focus on some things. And especially one thing, big news, and that's why I'm making this video, is because I am going back to school. I have signed up for college again, and I'm starting as early as in the next 2 weeks. So, well, at this point, it's about a week and a half. So, we're currently on the 21st of February. So, about a week and a half from now, I'll be starting school, and yeah, that in itself will impact what I do. So let me get straight to the point here. For the next year and a half, there will be a slowdown in the content. So I'll be working less on my avatars, I'll be working less on easy color, working less on maybe commissions, depending on schedules. But overall, across the board, there will be a slowdown because I want to focus on my studies, make sure I do them properly, and also because I'm interested in that field I'm studying now. I want to also focus on myself because I've been feeling a bit of a burnout and just staying here doing nothing for the past like 8 months, no job or anything, kind of getting to my brain a bit. And I do want to also focus on my relationship, because I do have a partner now, and I absolutely love them to bits. So I want to ensure that that stays healthy as well. So overall, across the board, just focusing on myself and hopefully getting something sustainable in the future for my revenue. Before that happens, before the whole slowdown thing, I do want to try during that next week. It's going to be the last week before I start school again. I want to try and see if I can pump as much as possible through the door. I don't want to compromise quality for it though, so I just want to see if I can make anything and just finish up stuff that I have in the backlog. Because the reality is, I have 5 legitimate projects right now under my belt right now. I've got a couple commissions that are my priority right now, since those are paying customers. I've got Easy Color that I want to update. With a big UI change that's going to make the workflow easier, especially for people that want to make templates. I really want to have people start making templates for that. I'm also willing to go back to the VRA avatar system and the webcam because of OpenXR taking over everything and my webcam just breaking in OpenXR VR games. So I can't even use my webcam if I do a VR stream. So yeah, I want to go back to there. And I've also got stuff in the backlog, like my new avatar that's very ambitious. And yeah, there's a lot back there that needs to be done, and I gotta focus on them one at a time. Just expect to not have as many releases this year as there was last year, so don't expect to have an Avatar release for Feraldi this year either. That's probably not going to be done by then. It will, hopefully I'll be able to make it or by the end of the year or at the very latest next year, but you get where I'm coming from. And last but not least, what about the streams? There's not much that's going to change about the streams. I still want to stream. I still want to stream content. However, you might remember when I have like Friday Night Gaming or Creative Sundays or VRA Tuesdays. But on some days, you might see a Friday Night Gaming banner, but we're hanging on it till Wednesday, my dudes. That's the thing I want to do as well. I kind of want to just ditch the schedule. I could not even follow it in the first place, especially start time. And so it's to the point where people think I'm starting at 9 p.m. EST, but in fact, the schedule says I'm starting at 7. But people now think my official time is 9 p.m. because I always seem to start at 9 p.m. So I'm ditching the whole schedule thing. You're gonna see me stream a bit more on different days now. I want to keep like maybe a Fridays like the end of the week, let's game and something, but not always. And Sunday, because it's a commission day, usually commission stuff there. I do want to keep a bit of a structure because of my current schedule on different things right now. But overall, it's going to be no official schedule. That's why the stream banner right now, if you go on my Twitch right now, if I'm offline, it doesn't say the schedule anymore. So that's why. I've got my notes in front of me. I think that's about it I want to talk about. So yeah, TLDR about the whole video. I lost my job. Could not find a new job. I'm back at school. It's going to slow down my content and me making stuff. And there's going to be a bit of a different schedule. There's not no schedule for streams anymore. So that's about what I wanted to talk about today. And I want to stay committed to stay open with you all about what's going on, why I'm not streaming, or why this is supposed to happen, or this is supposed to happen, or why is it not happening. I want to stay open with y'all. I care about that, honestly. And once again, I thank everyone here that has contributed by buying one of my products or subscribing on Twitch, buying merch or requesting a commission. I appreciate any kind of support. And that definitely helps quite a bit in these days right now. One thing I can say though, one thing that's definitely be on the schedule, I do have a Subathon upcoming in April. That is also something that is on the pile of projects I have to do. But there will be some changes to the Subathon. Stay tuned for that. It's going to be probably one of the biggest ones I've ever done, with a lot of ways you can support through it. Yeah, that's about it for today. Thanks again for watching. Hopefully you understand where I'm coming from with the whole job shenanigans that happening and school stuff. And yeah, I wish you all a good day, and I will see you all on my next bit of content. See ya, peeps!